Well, hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to brand new stream here on the Reverse Josh channel. We got a couple people in here right now. What's up, Ryan Garcia? Sean Smith, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. This is a super late stream. Not our usual time slot to be here on the live today, but figured I'd hop in and get in a stream today because I've been pretty busy. Didn't think I was gonna be able to stream, but I wanted to get one in tonight at least. For you guys, I know I'm my East Coast peeps, it's pretty late right now, but for us West Coast, Pacific time zone folks, it's only 7 o'clock. Flash Gordon Karaoke, hey there Josh, what's up? So when are you gonna do some more vlogs on your channel? Because I really missed them. Hopefully we'll have one out by the end of the month. That's kind of the plan right now, at least. Hopefully end of the month we'll have a vlog out. Let's see what is going on today. So as you guys can tell by the title and thumbnail of today's stream, we're going to be doing a Spider-Man movies tier list. This tier list I found on Tiermaker is going to include all the Tobey Maguire, all the Andrew Garfield, all the Tom Holland, the animated Spider-Verse films, the Venom movies, Morbius, Craven, Madam Web. We're doing it all. Sony-Verse, all the Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, Spider-Man universe films, live action, animated, anything that's hit the big screen with Spider-Man, we're ranking it. Not including like crossover movies like Civil War and Infinity War and stuff, but yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be hopping into that in a little bit, but I want to sit here and chat with you guys for a few minutes as we get the stream kind of rolling here. I just tweeted out that we were live, so let's let some people trickle in here, and I can check some stats here, see how we're doing, because I did not pull that up. Okay. Cool. All right. Now I've got that up. All right. So what's going on, guys? Welcome. How is everybody doing tonight? I had a pretty busy, eventful day today. I woke up at 6 a.m. to go to Target to line up for Pokemon cards. Today, they dropped this super premium collection box for the new Pokemon set Prismatic Evolutions. It's got all these really rare, super cool Eevee evolution cards in them, and it dropped today. So I went to my local Target to go see if I could get it, and I was the first one there, but I was sitting in my car kind of waiting until I saw anybody else lining up, and it wasn't until I saw like 3 people lined up that I got out and joined the line. So I'd probably joined the line about 7. They opened at 8 o'clock, and yeah, so I'm kind of just standing there for a while. The line's kind of building for the hour. It's just kind of whatever there. The camera is struggling to focus right now. Oh my. So yeah, the line probably by the time they opened the door was about 25 people deep, and they opened the doors 7:59. This one dude walks up and just walks right in the door, cut everybody in line, and just ran right in, and everybody like bolted in for this product. I only managed to snag 2 what was it, Eevee pouch boxes. They didn't have any of the Prismatic Super Premium collections. They only had the ETBs, the Elite Trainer boxes, for those of you who don't know the lingo. And then they had some tins and some other stuff. So I managed to get 2 of the pouch collections, which I can show you guys real quick what that came with, what that entails. So it just came with this little Eevee pouch bag here. It's just a little like bag for your accessories, for your dice, for your coins, whatever. It came with this. So I have 2 of these now. This is actually my 3rd one that I've opened, because I opened one of these while I was in Florida. There's a video coming out on the JK Pokemon channel next. All the Florida videos from the JK Pokemon channel are coming out next week, by the way, so be on the lookout for those. Don't not gonna have anything today, I don't think, but hopefully next week we'll have a bunch of content start kind of rolling out over there, and then I'll get some stuff out over here as well. But yeah, so anyways, I managed to snag 2 prismatic EV pouch boxes. So I got 2 of these. They each came with 5 packs. So I opened 10 packs of prismatic, and I got another tin that had 5 packs in it. So that was that. Nothing too crazy. Nothing super exciting in any of them, honestly. But you guys will see that when the videos come out. If I had some crazy spoiler for the videos to show off, I would, but didn't pull anything too crazy. I stayed up way too late and got up way too early. Didn't get a ton of sleep for not a whole lot, but honestly, you know, it was worth it to check it out and see kind of what the chaos ensued. See what kind of chaos ensues at the release for this thing. I'm probably not going to go to another one of these. This is the second time I've gone to an opening at Target for this, and it's just ridiculous. Honestly, I'll just stick to buying singles for right now. If it means I'm going to have to get up at 7 a.m. to get Pokemon cards and wait in line outside for an hour for the store to open just to barely get anything, like, I don't know. I'm a collector. I'm not trying to resell this stuff. Like, this is annoying to have to do this for just to open some packs, but whatever. I might just stick to card shops and singles for a while. So yeah, that was my morning. How about you guys? What y'all been up to today? Yeah, thanks, Josh. I love you, man. You're the best YouTuber in the world. Hey, I have to go and watch a movie, and after that, I'm going to bed. Have a great night, Josh. All right, Flash, Gordon, Karaoke, Infinity. Thanks for tuning in just for a couple minutes here and hanging out with us. Enjoy your movie. Hope it's a Spider-Man one or a Marvel movie, DC movie, perhaps, something like that. But yeah, trying to think what else I got here for you guys today. Anthony Moreno Sorto, welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome. Happy to have you here. We're just hanging out chatting. We haven't started our tier list yet. I'm gonna start that here in just a couple minutes. We're just kind of hanging out, chatting with you folks, and catching up, seeing what's going on in the week. And forgive me if I'm a little stuffy. I've got some allergies going on right now. Yeah. What else is new? Not a whole lot, honestly, since the last time we streamed. Just been kind of chilling. Yeah. Just been trying to get Pokemon cards. Been really into the Magic the Gathering stuff. Like, I think I showed off my deck this last week. I got this Magic the Gathering Commander deck. This is the Mothman one from the Fallout collab. I did place a pre-order for the Spider-Man stuff that comes out that doesn't come out till September, but did place a pre-order for some Spider-Man stuff for Magic the Gathering. I'm gonna build a Spider-Man deck, hopefully. Right now, my plan is to get the Marvel Secret Lair cards, the Captain America and Iron Man ones, and then build this like Avengers deck, because the Iron Man and Captain America are like compatible for Commander, and then the new Spider-Man will also be compatible with the colors with Captain America, at least. So all 3 of them can be in a deck together, which I think will be pretty cool. I'm gonna try to have some fun with that and see how that goes. I also want to build like a symbiote deck, because the Venom has like a symbiote creature type, and it implies it'll be more like Carnage and Toxin maybe and stuff like that. So that'd be cool to see. Hopefully they do all of that. Yeah, so I've been diving into Magic lately, learning how to play it. I downloaded Magic Arena today on my phone to kind of learn how to play like standard, so I can kind of get the basic concepts down. And then hopefully I'm going to go to Commander night or play some Commander with some of my buddies, like Yeet Loops and the Faulty Channel and stuff. We might play over Discord or something like that at some point. So that'll be pretty dope. What else we got in here? Anthony asks, who's your favorite Spider-Man between Tom, Andrew, and Toby? Okay. This is kind of a toss-up question here. Okay, so honestly, right off rip, this may be even a hot take, honestly. I would say Tom is actually my favorite Spider-Man. I know, that's a crazy take. I do think though that Andrew has the potential to be the best. If he was given a better script and better direction and just better movies in general, we'll get into it in the tier list here. But if he just had better everything, like, he would be the best Spider-Man. His quips are the best. The CGI is the best in those movies. The way he moves and like acts is the best. Like, I don't know. I think he could be the best Spider-Man if his movies weren't so. Flash Gordon says, "Oh, the movie I'm watching is Jaws 3. Oh, nice, cool. Jaws 3. I haven't actually seen. I've only seen the original. I haven't seen any of the sequels to Jaws. I don't know how many there are. Aren't there like? I almost want to say there's 6 of them, but I feel like that seems like a lot. I'm gonna look it up. There are 4 Jaws movies. Jaws, Jaws 2, Jaws 3D, and Jaws the Revenge. Cool. Well, enjoy Jaws 3, Flash Gordon. Alright, let's go ahead and switch over to the tier list and get a little bit of a breakdown here of what we got going on today. Here we go. Alright. So yeah, this is just on tiermaker.com. I'll put a link in the chat, I guess, if you guys want to use this one yourselves. Hold on one second. Excuse me, I just sneezed so loud. Okay. So here's the tier list in the chat for you guys if you guys want to make one of these Spider-Man movie tier lists yourself. I don't know who made this, but all the movies are here. Got updated with Kraven the Hunter, which I have now officially seen. I watched on the plane from Florida back to Washington. So yeah, I'm all caught up. I've seen every movie here, most of these multiple times. So this should be a pretty in-depth tier list, and it honestly shouldn't be a terribly long one. We only have Sony movies here. I think we only have like 15 as opposed to the MCU having like 40 something projects. I don't think today's stream will be too long. Depending on how long this goes, we might play a little bit of Fortnite after. The new Star Wars season just had an update, so I kind of want to check that out for a few minutes. So I might see what's going on there at the end. But let's get my camera to focus before I start this tier list again. Come on, there we go. All right. So, starting off, the first movie on the list here is, of course, Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. You know, kind of one of the first, like, groundbreaking sort of superhero movies. Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst. You know, who else? We got Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, of course. J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson. Iconic cast, iconic film, really. And it's honestly a really great movie, really great Spider-Man story, really great introduction to the character. You know, Tobey's Spider-Man is one that a lot of people grew up with. A lot of people really love Tobey's movies, this movie included. This is kind of like the starting point for like the modern superhero movie. And you know, for all those reasons, I think we're gonna have to put this one in the A category. Great film. Kicked this off, started everything with all these Spider-Man movies that we've gotten thus far. Killed it on this first run, and it gets even better with Spider-Man 2. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock this time. Yeah, what a movie. Honestly, this is considered one of the best superhero movies like ever made. This one, some really iconic moments. The whole train scene, like the whole train sequence is honestly probably one of the coolest superhero fights in any superhero movie on screen ever. It's definitely up there. The whole scene with him like stopping the train and all the citizens of New York like pulling him in and saving him and stuff, like Really great moment. I think a lot of the quips in this movie are a lot better too. Like a lot of Toby's jokes kind of fall flat for me. They kind of come off as awkward and cringy, but I think he kind of finds his footing a little bit better in this one. I think Doc Ock is just a little bit better of a villain than Green Goblin in the first one. I think just the story and the dynamic between them is just a little bit more fun and interesting. Yeah, and so for that, all those reasons, we're gonna have to put Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna put it in S for now. I think it's gonna be an S. Yeah, I was thinking top of A because I'm gonna order these between all the categories too. I was thinking top of A, but honestly, like, I think Spider-Man 2 is gonna have to go in the S tier category. It's a great film. Really like sets the tone for like what a superhero movie like should be, like pacing, story, heart, like yeah, what a great film. What would you rather want between Spider-Man 4 or The Amazing Spider-Man 3? I would, off the bat, I would prefer... No, honestly, no. I would prefer an Amazing Spider-Man 3, honestly. If Amazing Spider-Man 3 was gonna, like, kind of fix everything and be, like, the best movie, like, let Marvel handle it or something, like, Spider-Man 3 with... or Amazing Spider-Man 3 with the same, like, CGI stunt team and everything, but a whole new direction and writing... I think would be a really cool thing. I think Andrew does a great job in No Way Home, and I think he could really carry a movie if he was given the right script and right direction. I'll talk about it a little bit more as we get to the other two, but yeah, I think Amazing Spider-Man 3, just for the chance to finish out that trilogy. You know, Tobey's story kind of is finished with Spider-Man 3. The only thing I could see them doing with Spider-Man 4 would be like him as an older Spider-Man. Him and MJ are married, and maybe he's passing the mantle down to his daughter, which actually she just got potentially cast. I saw some news today that Sadie Sink was cast for Spider-Man Brand New Day, the new Spider-Man movie coming out next year with Tom Holland, and rumor has it she's gonna be playing Mayday Parker, which would be Peter and MJ's daughter, Spider Daughter, from another universe. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised if they just made her Tobey and Kirsten Dunst's daughter, which I think would be pretty cool. Like, might as well use those characters while they have them. People love them anyway, so let's bring them back and see them on the big screen again. I don't know if that means that Brand New Day is going to be a multiverse movie, because I've seen a lot of stuff that Mr. Negative and stuff is going to be the villain of it. So I don't know how that all is going to be really working. Unless, like, I saw somebody say, like, unless Sadie Sink is, like, in the post credits or, like, at the very end of the movie to, like, just bring Tom into Secret Wars, then maybe that's the case. But other than that, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. This movie seems like it's all over the place. At first it was like gonna be a really grounded street-based movie with Daredevil and Kingpin and maybe Scorpion and stuff, but now it's Mr. Negative, and then there were rumors that Tobey and Andrew were coming back and it was gonna be another No Way Home, basically, because it's in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. And I don't know. I don't know what Brand New Day is gonna be. We're gonna see when it comes out. Right after Avengers Doomsday, 2 months after, we'll see Spider-Man on the big screen again. What's up, Jerry? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. You look like Spider-Man. I do? Thank you. The brown hair, the glasses, kind of does it. The whole, like, nerd look. I can kind of see it. Thank you. I do have a Spider-Man costume that I wear from time to time. I like Spider-Man. I really like Spider-Man. Let's go ahead and do the third movie here. We got Spider-Man 3 rounding out the Tobey Maguire trilogy of films. This one's kind of a stinker. Has birthed some great internet content with the edgy Bully Maguire memes and stuff. Bully Maguire is just weird, honestly. It's a strange thing that happens in the movie. Like, honestly, this movie's like kind of all over the place. I really like the Sandman stuff. Like, I think the Sandman stuff is really, really great, and I think some of the Venom stuff is really good. Like, I think honestly, handling Venom and Sandman in this movie kind of at the same time was pretty cool. I think the whole fight scene with them in the subway is awesome, and he wouldn't be fighting Sandman like that if it wasn't for the symbiote. But I think a lot of the movie's problems come from like the Harry stuff as well as the Venom stuff. Like, half the Venom stuff is good, half of it's not. I don't love Topher Grace in the role, but I understand why he was cast. He's kind of like a mirror anti-version of Tobey's Peter. And so I understand that. I think the amnesia thing with Harry is really convenient and kind of lame. And just kind of is like thrown in for no reason. Like, if it was just Sandman and Harry, or just Sandman and Venom, like, it would be fine. But you have all three, and it just kind of makes the movie a jumbled mess. It's all over the place. It doesn't know where to go, how to handle all three characters. Yeah, I don't know. It struggles. Some great moments in the movie, like some really awesome stuff, like, don't get me wrong, and the black suit is in the top 3 best live action Spider-Man suits on screen. But that alone doesn't save it. I'm getting the D for doo-doo ranking. Sorry, Spider-Man 3. Sorry, Tobey fans. Sorry, Spider-Man 3 fans. But yeah, unfortunately, it's going in the D tier. Doesn't mean I don't like the movie. Okay, like, this is just a list of objectively what the correct answers are. You know, I may have some controversial opinions in this list, but you know, I still will watch Spider-Man 3. I may be putting it in D tier, but I've seen it 15 times probably. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of laughs, a lot of goose. There's a lot of cool moments, like I said, but objectively speaking, yeah, the movie's not very good. Spider-Man 3 was the first Spider-Man movie I ever watched. Wow, look at that. Did you know that Spider-Man 4 was originally supposed to have Vulture and Black Cat? The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4? I did hear about that. I heard that originally he was gonna like some storyboards came out, and it's like him like bringing in Mysterio first, and then after that, yeah, it's like a whole Vulture and Black Cat story, which seems pretty cool. I would have loved to see that hit the big screen, but unfortunately we had to reboot and get Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Speaking of rebooting, it's time to reboot the Spider-Man franchise and jump to the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. Amazing Spider-Man 1. Honestly, I don't think this movie's terrible. I actually really don't think it's that bad. I think there's some choices that are made for the character that are a little weird. Like, I think a lot of people complain about this like skater emo punk rock vibe that he's got going on or whatever. And I just don't really get it. Like, I kind of understand the skating in the halls thing is like maybe not something Spider-Man would be doing, but like, I don't know. He's kind of like alone. He's like a quiet kid in the movie. Like, he's not acting all cool. He's like super shy like the whole movie in this one. Until he's with Gwen, and until he becomes like Spider-Man. He starts coming out of his shell a lot more, like as Peter, aside from the skating in the halls. But I don't know. I feel like those problems are so minuscule compared to like the overall movie. Like I think there's a lot of stuff that's really great. Like I like the Kurt Connor stuff. I like the Oscorp stuff. Um, I don't think the Lizard is a terrible villain. The motives aren't like 100% clear. I feel like in the movie, like it's a little bit of a reach on some of the motivations for the Lizard wanting to turn everybody into lizards. But you know, he's turning into a giant lizard, so it's like suspension of disbelief, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Like I like it a lot. I actually do like it a lot. I think the origin is pretty cool for this Spider-Man. I think I actually really like the scene, the argument with him and Uncle Ben. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this movie's like that terrible. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in B. I'm probably gonna keep it at a low B. Like there'll probably be stuff that's a little bit higher than that, but I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. Amazing Spider-Man 2 though, I'm just gonna do it right now. F. Actually, no, not gonna do that. D. We're gonna put it at the bottom. I'm gonna move Spider-Man 3 up to C here, and then we're gonna put Amazing Spider-Man 2 in D because I forgot we still have the Sony-Verse films to get to. But yeah, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, like this movie's a mess, dude. Like it is a mess. I watched it like a couple months ago for the first time in years, like probably since I actually sat and watched it fully in the theaters. I've seen a bunch of clips and I've seen a bunch of stuff like from the movie like in that time, and I know a lot of the beats and I know a lot of like the moments and everything, but there was so much that I forgot about like watching this through. Like I think like the stuff with his parents, like the whole opening sequence with Peter's parents, like I don't care about at all. I do not care in the slightest about Peter Parker's parents. Like it's a fun mystery to wonder about, but it's never been important to me or to the story of the character or anything like that. So I don't understand like this obsession with having them in this movie. And along with that, I don't like the the whole like Peter's dad working for Oscorp and like designing the spider and stuff, because then it makes Peter this like whole chosen one thing instead of just some like random kid who got bit by a spider and got powers and is like doing the right thing. I will say that I do think there's something to be said about that with the Spider-Verse films. Like I think that's a whole nother thing with like the multiverse concept, having a multiversal chosen one and all that. But I think like Peter's dad being involved and creating it through science and Peter still being the one to get bit, it's just like I just would prefer if it was just like a random Oscorp experiment or something that gave him the powers. I don't want his dad to be involved in it at all. I actually think the Electro stuff in it is really good. I really like the Electro stuff. I think he would have been fine as like the only villain in the movie. Green Goblin is a disaster. Green Goblin is horrible in this movie. I hate what they did with Harry. And I don't like how they set up Harry in this movie. They kind of act like that they were friends like this whole time, but like there's not really any mention of Harry in the first Amazing Spider-Man. So if they had like kind of set it up that they were buddies like throughout it, then maybe in the third movie we could have Harry as the Green Goblin with all that going on. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I agree the story is a mess. The action scenes do make up for it though. Yes, I will say the CGI and the action sequences and the swinging especially is some of the best I've ever is the best I've ever seen in a Spider-Man movie. In a live action way at least. The animated Spider-Verse movies are obviously leagues above anything else here, but yeah. The swinging and the action sequences and the way he moves in these Amazing Spider-Man movies is top notch, but I don't think it's enough to outweigh how much of a mess this movie specifically is. Like, this movie's a disaster. Like, it's so shitty. It's so chock full of like Sinister Six setup and stuff like that too. And like, I just don't care about any of that. Like, I don't know who any of these characters are. Like, it's weird that Oscorp just has all of this shit like buried away, instead of like these guys like working for Oscorp and building the like, I don't know, like, set it up that way. Like, introduce them throughout the films. Like, maybe don't have them be villains just yet, but over the course of the films, like, they're like different scientists at Oscorp. Like, I don't know. There's a whole lot. Like, the whole Amazing Spider-Man franchise needs like a whole like overhaul, and would need like a whole revamp to really make things right. But I still think, like I said, that Andrew has the potential to be the best Spider-Man, and it's unfortunate that this movie in particular just destroy, like, it helps solidify that idea, but it also like spits on it at the same time. Scott says, my honest opinion about the Spider-Man franchise is Tobey Maguire is the best, including the original movie and Spider-Man No Way Home. And Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire are the best ones. My favorite Spider-Man will always be the first one from Tobey Maguire. This is my childhood. I got watching it when I was a kid. My favorite villains, Green Goblin, the Lizard, and Dr. Octavius. I think if they bought the Lizard back for another Spider-Man movie, I think they should make him more T-Rex like a Jurassic Park T-Rex design, or a T-Rex design. You think it's possible? I mean, it's never not gonna be possible. I don't see them doing the Lizard for a long time. Maybe until the next sort of Spider-Man reboot, because we did get him back in No Way Home. So yeah, I don't know. But it would be cool to see a more monstrous Lizard. They tried to up the dinosaur aesthetic to him in No Way Home, which I thought was pretty neat. Like, I thought all the updated looks for everybody honestly looked really good, including the lizards. So yeah, I mean, if they did it like, I think the PS5 Spider-Man 2 Lizard is a little insane, but I don't know, something along the lines of like Killer Croc-ish, just a little bit more dinosaur-like would be cool. What were your opinions on Gwen's death? Honestly, like, Gwen's death in the movie is fine. It's rushed though. Like, it's rushed. It should have been the end of the third one. Like, it totally, like, it should have been the end of the third. They should have like had their whole relationship in the first one, had their on again, off again breakup kind of thing with her moving in the second one, and then kill her in the third one. Like, don't know why they did it in the second. Don't know why they had Green Goblin in the second. Harry could have been in it, but he didn't need to become the Goblin. And Norman, like, dying and all that stuff is like dumb. Like, eh. Spider-Man 2002 will always be my favorite Spider-Man movie. Is when the green color in Spider-Man with fighting Lizard when he had the blanket on. Spider-Man. You think it's possible they can make a more T-Rex like the Lizard? Yeah, I think I think it'd be cool, like I said, to see the Lizard be a little bit more dinosaur-like instead of human-like in the movies. Because these are like comic book movies, so like let's just get weird with it. Like, have fun with them. Make the monster characters look like monsters, you know? All right, I've been rambling here for a minute, and my allergies are kind of kicking up, so I'm gonna be right back. Go grab some water and an allergy pill, and I will get back to finishing this epic tier list here. We got the Tom Holland movies, the Spider-Verse films, and the entire Sony-Verse still to get through. So a lot coming up. So stay with me here, folks. BRB. All right, we are back. Welcome. What did I miss here? Whoa. Spider-Man 2 will always be my favorite. I like Andrew Garfield in the first Spider-Man fight, in my honest opinion. The Amazing Spider-Man franchise for me, because I prefer Tobey and the Spider-Man franchise because I prefer Tobey Maguire. That's what I grew up watching when I was a kid. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, a lot of people prefer Tobey because it's kind of what they grew up watching, which makes total sense. I grew up watching the Tobey movies too. I love Tobey. Big fan of Tobey Maguire. I just like Tom and Andrew just a few hairs more. Tobey Maguire is interested in doing another Spider-Man movie, either by himself with Tom Holland again. By keeping it very quiet, why do you think that is Tobey's interested? Yeah, I'd imagine they'll be in Secret Wars. I don't see them not being in Secret Wars. I don't think we'll see them in Avengers Doomsday, but I mean, with how much money No Way Home made, like to bring all the original X-Men back for Doomsday and have them, like Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, all the original X-Men cast, then you have the 2 Spider-Men as well, and you got all of the main MCU cast like all together in one. Like, it's gonna print money. Excuse me. Who do you think is more scarier, the Green Goblin or Dr. Octavius? I think the Green Goblin is more scary because it's like the battle in the abandoned hospital when Goblin was torturing Spider-Man. Yeah, I think Green Goblin is way scarier than Doc Ock for sure. Let's see here. Let's hop back into the actual tier list here. All right, so we still, like I said, got a bunch of stuff here to get through. We got all the Tom movies. We're on to those now. Spider-Man Homecoming is up next. Really like this one, honestly. I really like Homecoming. Just right off bat, I'm gonna throw it an A. I'm gonna throw it right above the first Spider-Man. I think it's on par I think it's on par at least with the first Spider-Man. I think it's a great introduction to the character and who he is. I really like the high school setting he's in. I like this like kind of modern day high school setting. I really like a lot of the characters, honestly. I really like a lot of the supporting cast in this movie. Ned is a lot of fun. Liz is a lot of fun. Michelle, or MJ, you don't get a lot of her in the movie, but you get enough. Like, so she's fun too. There's a ton of characters. Like, I think the whole class, like the whole school dynamic, all the kids, like, are a ton of fun. It really captures like a really fun kind of natural like high school feel. That I think is missing from the Tobey movies, and honestly the Andrew ones too. Like in both those movies, both those franchises, like everybody looks like they're like 40, like or at least 30, like wearing high school outfits and walking around. Like it's not super convincing. Like I think the Tom Holland movies do a better job like convincing you like this is a high school kid, And a lot of people complain about the Iron Boy Jr. stuff or whatever in Spider-Man Homecoming, but I really don't think like I don't think it's that much of a problem. Like, yes, Iron Man comes to help him out in a few moments, but like he's not like being Iron Man Jr. The whole point of the movie is him like trying to move on from that and step up from that. And to the point at the end of the movie where he tells Stark to his face, no, I don't want to become an Avenger. I want to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man still. Like, I think this movie, like, understands a lot of what being Spider-Man is. Like, it's just so happens, like, he's a kid and he has to be thrown into this modern MCU setting. Like, I don't know. I think it's good. I really like it. Far From Home, I also really like. I like that each of the Spider-Man movies is kind of like teaching Spider-Man like different lessons and different things about himself. Um, like the first one is teaching him like to look out, like the kind of like the focus on looking out for the little guy and be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. The second movie, Far From Home, which I'm gonna put at the top of B, is all about him listening to his spider sense, listening to his senses, and trusting himself and stuff. And I think that's a really good lesson for him to learn. I think the Mysterio stuff in this movie is really, really awesome. See, I need to catch up on the chat here for a second. What are the chances Kirsten Dunst would do another Spider-Man movie after all these years? She said she'll do it if the script and the story is right. I hope she returns. If they do Spider-Man 4 with Tobey, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she came back. If Sam Raimi was coming back too, I don't see why not. Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, and the actor that played the Lizard are all interested in returning to play their villains again. I just heard that they do return. Sorry, having a chat lately, my friend. I've been very busy lately, and that's why I had to enter the chat. It took me some time to come back. There are rumors and talk going around. They're doing a Ben Affleck Daredevil Spider-Man movie crossover Spider-Man in that universe. He just doesn't appear in the movie. Oh, interesting. That Ben Affleck's Daredevil and Tobey's Spider-Man are from the same universe. That doesn't make sense. If Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was in the 2003 movie, then how they include? How come they didn't include him in the Daredevil film? There are rumors and talking around where they're doing a Ben Affleck Daredevil Spider-Man crossover. Oh, okay. So they're like within the universe, but they don't explicitly say it between the two movies. Is that kind of what you're getting? At least it's like a fan idea that those are in the same universe. That'd be cool. I'd be down with that. I honestly like the idea that Tobey's Spider-Man is in the same universe as like the Daredevil movie and the X-Men movies. And the Fantastic Four and the 2003 Hulk. Like all of those being in the same universe would be really cool. But yeah, Far From Home, putting it at a B. There's some weird things that happen in this movie, sure. And I know a lot of people don't love the whole like going to Europe thing. But like, look how many other movies are on the screen here that have Spider-Man in New York. Like, it's fine. It's fun. It's fun to shake it up a little bit and give them a different environment to play in. The Mysterio stuff is fun. I think the whole looking up being the next Iron Man thing is a little much at times. Like, I think them explicitly saying that he's the next Iron Man is a bit ridiculous. And I think that puts a lot of I think that's part of the point, though, is it's like putting a lot of pressure on him. But I think there's other ways to convey that instead of just like, you're gonna be the next Iron Man now. Like every other person, the murals everywhere, the whole festival, everybody's dressed like Iron Man. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I think the Mysterio scene would have been kind of cool if the grave was Uncle Ben instead of Iron Man. But again, it's part of the whole Iron Man shtick. Like, it's fine. I understand why they're connecting it. It's part of the MCU. It's an epilogue to Endgame. It's the next movie that came out. Like, it's got to follow up with that, you know? It's got to talk about it. But I still think it's a really great movie. Like, I still think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. Yeah, the fan talks that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Ben Affleck's Daredevil were in the same movie and same universe, but they didn't appear at the same time. Oh, okay, yeah. So they're in the same universe swinging around, but yeah, they're not, obviously they don't cross paths like in their respective movies. What are the chances the X-Men movies, the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man movies, Fantastic Four, and Eric Bana's Hulk are on the same universe? Do you think it's possible? Yeah, like I was saying, I think it's a cool headcanon. Obviously, they're going to establish that these are all from different universes, I'd assume, with Secret Wars and Doomsday and stuff. But, you know, I think they'll I think it's cool to imagine that they're all in the same universe. Even if it was just the X-Men and Spider-Man, like I think that'd be super cool. All right, next movie here we got The Big Kahuna, Spider-Man No Way Home, the big crossover event. One of the biggest movies ever made. Made I think over $2 billion at the box office. Spider-Man No Way Home. We're throwing it right at top of S. If I can get it there. There we go. Top of S tier. Yeah, I think this movie does everything right. I think that while yes, the movie's full of fan servicey moments, I think they fit a lot of it in really organically in a way that like still tells the story just fine, but still lets you have fun with the fan servicey stuff. Like, I think it's cool that they decided to bring back Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, the Lizard and Sandman and everybody else, like to reprise their villain roles and kind of play their characters in a new light, like and play them in a new way. Like Electro is definitely a lot more different. Green Goblin had some fun changes with him. Like he's not wearing the helmet and he just gets to be creepy, freaky Willem Dafoe. Like, yeah, like I think it was super cool how they incorporated all those characters. Like even Toby and Andrew, like I really like how they brought them in sort of like a pretty normal, like mundane, quiet setting as opposed to like the big like picture show moment. Big third act finale, like, oh wait, there's more, like kind of thing. I think it's a lot of fun. Like I think I don't know. I think it's really good. Like I think from the whole beginning of the movie, like it's it's a really great Peter Parker story. I think it's the best live action Spider-Man movie we've gotten. I do, there's some choices with like the Doctor Strange stuff, maybe a little bit. That's like, in the first, like some of the first act stuff is kind of whatever, but like, I don't know. It's fine for how good the rest of it is. Like the problems are not that big of a deal to me. So far, I mostly agree with your ranking. In my opinion, I would rank The Amazing Spider-Man 2 a little bit higher. Where would you put it? Would you put it in a different tier? Or would you, like, but keep it behind everything still? Or would it be at a different point in the list somewhere? Is there a chance you can include Shadow in your live streams next time? He was my favorite. Hang on. This is not focusing. Why is this not? To answer your question, Scott, we don't stream together or anything. I live on the other side of the country now, and we haven't really kept in touch, so yeah, probably won't see any collabs from us. There we go, finally. I don't know what's up with the camera. I feel like it's just not, like, it's not really working today. Maybe if I turn on this light, that'll be a little bit better. Maybe it'll see me a little bit better. Come on. There we go. Okay. They brought the Green Goblin back for the helmet. The helmet was the scariest part of the Green Goblin. Don't destroy the helmet, bring it back. I think it would have been cool in the third act for him to have the helmet even just for a little bit. But I think in the hallway fight with him, like, not wearing the helmet, I think it's awesome. I think letting Willem Dafoe just, like, show his goblin face was totally the way to go. I think they totally made the right call with that. And, yeah, like, great idea to just let him like act it out, because that's the whole thing. Like the whole Green Goblin, like his mask is like kind of his face, so I think letting Willem Dafoe of all people like hiding his face when he has one of the most animated like freaky faces like in Hollywood. Like, I think it was a crime to do that to him in the first one. I would have rather his face be painted green, to be honest. No Way Home is my favorite live action Spider-Man movie. The only thing I didn't like is Peter trying to save the other villains. But that's what Spider-Man does. He saves people. I would put it in B tier. No, I mean, yeah, I can totally, I can see putting it in B tier. Honestly, any tier is valid for it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's the best. I'm keeping it in S tier. However, this next movie, Into the Spider-Verse, is also going to the top of S tier. I think this is the best Spider-Man movie ever made, hands down. And I know a lot of people agree with that. Such a creative, like, new take on Spider-Man and animated films and comic book movies in general. Like, man, what a ride this one was. So much fun, so much heart, like, great cast, great characters. Like I said, the animation is unreal. Like, every character shines so much. Like, Miles is a great character. I love Peter B. Parker. Gwen is amazing. Spider-Man Noir. Speaking of, I saw some trailer for that, but I'm not sure if it's real or not. I saw it on Twitter the other day, but I can't find, like, Amazon actually posting it, so it may not be real, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll take a look at it a little bit here. Maybe we can react to it in a few minutes. Aquaman Spider-Man 2, they had the upside down kiss scene, but there was no upside down kiss in the comic books. How come it was upside down? I don't know, just something that I guess they just decided to do for the movie. I guess they beat it to the comics. It's an iconic moment in cinema. Some people just aren't worth saving. Like, Green Goblin honestly doesn't really deserve to be saved. While that may be true, to Spider-Man, like, anyone can be saved, everyone can be redeemed, everyone deserves a second chance, you know? If he has the ability to save them, like, instead of just take them out, like, you know, he's gonna do that. That's what he does. For the Spider-Man 3 Marvel PS5 game, I hope they use the 2002 Green Goblin design, because they'll make it more scarier, especially with the mask. I'm sure there'll be... I wouldn't be surprised if they had skins for the Green Goblin, honestly, in Spider-Man 3 PS5, or whatever the next Sony console is, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how Green Goblin's design is going to look. I hope it's just like a classic take on Goblin, honestly. Like a comic booky style. I read a Spider-Man book and comic book when I was younger, and the most bloodiest battle he's ever faced was with the Lizard. It was the bloodiest, brutalest battle he's had of any villain. That makes sense. I mean, the Lizard is a giant man, dinosaur creature, so that would make sense that that would be a pretty bloody fight. I believe it. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Into the excuse me. Into the Spider-Verse is easily the best movie. I've teared up watching this one. Granted, I teared up watching No Way Home and Spider-Man 2. And honestly, sometimes the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 gets me with Gwen's death. It's very sad. And her listening to her speech is very sad at the end as well. But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse, masterpiece in animated filmmaking. I've seen it so many times, and I love every second of it. And honestly, Across the Spider-Verse is just as good. However, because it does feel like a single part film, like it ends on like bunch of cliffhangers and story beats that like are unfinished. I'm gonna put it at A. I'm gonna put it top of A though. Like it honestly, it's just as good as the first one, I think. And I think after Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, it will be better than the first. But I think it suffers this like Avengers Age of Ultron sort of issue where it does tell a complete story during the movie, but it suffers a lot from like setting up the next one. Where Into the Spider-Verse feels like a full complete story. Like you can watch it on its own. You don't need to watch the other two to watch the first one. Like Across the Spider-Verse, I feel like you'll have to watch at least Beyond to finish it, to finish that story. Whose side were you on in Across the Spider-Verse? Miles or Miguel? Miles, for sure. Out of all the Spider-Man villains, like I said earlier, why do you think he had the most brutalist, bloodiest battle with the Lizard? How hot is it that do you think is a Spider-Man expert? Yeah, I mean, I think that fighting a giant raging lizard monster would result in a pretty bloody battle compared to something like Doc Ock or Green Goblin, which are just like old guys. Maybe Kraven or Venom would put up a pretty bloody fight, and Carnage too. But I can totally see Lizard being like number one. There's not really like a ton of like fully animalistic like characters like that for Spider-Man to fight, honestly. I'm surprised there are not more, actually. All right, moving on. We have completed every Spider-Man film, every live-action film, conveniently all starring Peter Parker, and both animated films starring Miles Morales. Now, it's time to dive into the Sony-Verse. Dun dun dun. Rest in peace to the Sony-Verse. We are no longer getting any films from this franchise, and we probably won't be seeing any of these characters or actors returning to play any of these characters ever again. Which honestly, good riddance. All this shit sucks. All these movies fucking suck. Where do I begin? The first Venom is trash. D. It's worse than Amazing Spider-Man 2. Watching this in the theater, like I literally, I couldn't even follow what was happening. Like it was so bad. It was just boring, and like the villain had no motivations really, and no, I don't know. Like it's like these movies are fun and they're like kind of entertaining. Like I think Tom Hardy does a great job as Venom. Like I think honestly great casting, and the two of them, Venom and Eddie have a lot of fun together, and I think they're a fun duo. I think Tom Hardy does a great job as both of them, but he can't save how shitty these movies are. The first one is shit. The second one's not much better. It's pretty shit too. We're gonna put it there. And honestly, we got an ad. I didn't click that. Yeah, the second one's just as shit. The second one's only a hair better because it has Carnage in it instead of Riot. But Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy was honestly not very good, and I don't know. What a shitty idea to cast. Venom: The Last Dance. Also gonna put this in D tier. I watched this one recently as well, and it's a hair better than the first Venom just because there's more things happening in the movie. There are more symbiotes and just more things going on. And again, like Venom and Eddie are just like are the best parts of this. Like Venom and Tom Hardy like are the best parts. And honestly, they're the only good parts. That's it. There's not much else that's really good about these movies. So yeah, I mean, everybody expected to see all this shit at the bottom. So yeah, let's do Morbius in F. Yeah, this movie was shit. I watched this one pirated, actually. I don't know if I can say that. Yeah, I watched this online, and it was actually really good to watch this one online because it was on some website. It had like these ads all playing all over it that were like edited into the movie, so it made the movie a lot funnier because all these random ads would be popping up all over the screen or like interrupting the movie. So that was a lot of fun. But then I watched it like for real, and yeah, it's just not good. Like it's fun. It's a fun goof and a fun gag, and I may move it up a tier just for that. But like this movie's just trash too. And this movie just blatantly lied about everything. Like all the marketing and stuff was very heavy on the Spider-Man stuff, and like honestly tying it in to Far From Home, bringing Michael Keaton back in and all that stuff. But then they cut all that shit out of the movie. All that crap was like cut out and edited out of the movie. No ties to Spider-Man whatsoever until the post-credit scene, bringing in the Vulture. Like, what a joke. Not sure how I got here. Has to do with Spider-Man, I think. We should team up. Like, how does he know him? How does he know Morbius? How did he get a Vulture suit if he was in prison? I don't know. Terrible film. Madam Web is up next. And I'm going to put this right here, top of F. I'm going to put it a hair above more. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to bring Venom down to F, and I'm going to put Madam Web up in D. You know why I'm putting Madam Web up in D? It's because it's the only movie in all of these Spider-Man spin-off things that has anything remotely close to doing with Spider-Man in it. Like, Peter Parker is in this movie. Granted, he's a baby, and Adam Scott is playing Uncle Ben, but he's in the movie. Spider-Man is in this movie, and there are Spider-Man, spider people in the movie using their spider powers. Granted, they don't use them until the last like 5 minutes in the movie, and the only time you see them in their suits are in those stupid visions or whatever. But still, the point still stands. There are characters with spider powers in the movie, and that's the only thing that is bringing this up to a D. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that. Other than that, it's not great. Like, Dakota Johnson is not good in this movie, and honestly, none of the cast is good. It seems like everybody's like bored as shit in this movie, and it looks like they just don't care about it, and all they wanted was some good rapport with Sony or a Sony Marvel paycheck, and they got what they got. So, yeah, man, what train wreck! I went to see this in theaters. I went to the theater to see this one. I didn't go to the theater for anything but the first Venom. And I went to the theater for this. It was so bad. It's so bad. But it has spider people, so it's going to D. And, alright. Last, but certainly not least, we have Kraven the Hunter here. Kraven actually wasn't terrible. It wasn't great by any means. Like, it's still, honestly, I may put it there. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna put it there because it has the R rating and it can do a little bit more. And I think this movie took some more creative liberties with what they can do with these characters, and had a little bit more fun with it for sure. I thought the Rhino was actually kind of cool. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven was fine. I liked Russell Crowe's character. I liked his father. Chameleon was kind of cool at the end. it was just like it was just, this movie just didn't need to exist is the problem with it. Like, all these characters would be better suited like fighting Spider-Man. Like, this is just a pointless film. It just doesn't need to exist. Honestly, none of these 6 movies need to exist. You could maybe get away with one of the Venoms, but it didn't need a whole trilogy. Morbius didn't need a fucking movie. Craven didn't need a movie. Madam Web didn't need a movie. Yeah, like, none of this was necessary. And I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad that this Sony Spider-Man universe is over and we can just use these characters in Spider-Man films once again. Ugh. I hope... Oh, hello, lady. We're back. The ad is back. I really hope Tom gets the symbiote in either Brand New Day or Secret Wars. Honestly, him getting it in Secret Wars would be a ton of fun. Like, and they could just recreate the iconic cover. I'm sure they'll do it. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Brand New Day, predictions for where Brand New Day is going to go on the list. I'm hoping A. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for A. I'm hoping top of A. Beyond the Spider-Verse, it's got to be S. It has to be S tier, or else yeah, it has to be good, or else the whole trilogy is just gonna suck if the third one's not good. Did you see Venom has the exact same color and design as a killer whale? Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of a cool little detail there. Yeah, kind of similar. Like, he's got the sharp teeth, the black, the white. Except this movie Venom doesn't have the white spider on his chest. He's just like naked, which is kind of gross. What are the chances of a live action Spider-Man movie with Miles? Well, maybe sooner than you think. Rumor has it Miles is either going to be in Brand New Day or he'll be in the next one after that. So he may be in a movie pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if after Beyond comes out that they'll really start pushing for a live action Miles Morales movie. And honestly, I think that's what Sony should have been doing. I think if they wanted to do these like Spider-Man spin-off movies, they should just do different Spider-Man movies with all the different Spider-Verse characters. Like, make a 2099 movie, make a Miles Morales movie, make a Spider-Gwen movie, make those. Like, those would be more interesting to watch than any of these villain characters ever would be. Or if they're going to make these villain movies, make Spider-Man the antagonist of all of them. Like, make him be the one, like, hunting them down and stuff, and they still lose. Thus, giving motivation for them to start the Sinister Six and fight Spider-Man. But they don't know who he is. None of these characters do. And they were supposed to assemble and become the Sinister Six for some reason. I don't know. That's the tier list, though. What do you guys think? How do we feel? Looking at it, I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. It doesn't look too bad. I feel like most people could agree I feel like most people would objectively agree with this. I think maybe a few things in this area may be a problem for some people, but I think for the most part this is a pretty solid list. I would love to absolutely see a movie between the new Venom and the 2007 Spider-Man movie Venom. If they were going to bring the 2007 Venom in, they would have done it in Venom The Last Dance, because that was kind of like, they had like Null and stuff in that, and the whole multiverse symbiote hive mind thing would have brought him in there. I don't see Topher Grace returning to play Venom anytime soon. We need a Spider-Man Sinister Six film. Long overdue. Well, unfortunately, seems like we got it with No Way Home. Except there were only 5 of them, and Venom was the number 6. Yeah, I don't see a Sinister Six movie happening for a long time. A lot of those, I mean, literally all those characters are the main members of the Sinister Six from the comics and stuff, except for Goblin and Venom, I guess. But like, yeah, like, it'll be a long time before we get that. Maybe like in Tom's like last Spider-Man movie, like he'll have a Sinister Six, but we'll see. I think it'd be cool if it was like Vulture, Scorpion, Mysterio, because the Mysterio files are still there from that Iron Man guy. He took the files. Who else? Shocker, maybe even Prowler. Just throw Prowler on the team just cause. And then whatever other villains they introduce across the next few movies, like I think that'd be a really cool team. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. They were trying to set all that up in the Amazing Spider-Man franchise and it failed. They tried to set it up with the Sony spin-offs and it failed. I don't know if we need to see the Sinister Six, really. I think it may be too difficult to do on a movie, in film. Unfortunately. But that's just my 2 cents. But yeah. Let's go ahead and switch this to chatting here. And I'm going to load up some Fortnite. Still alive, yeah? Okay, I accidentally started recording. Oops. Yeah, I don't see a Sinister Six movie happening anytime soon. Launching Fortnite Battle Royale right now. I'll play as a Spider-Man skin since we're doing the Spider-Man tier list today. Just gonna let it launch real quick before I switch the stream over. They might make it for Spider-Man 6 at this point. That's the soonest that they'll do it. But I don't see them doing it anytime soon, to be quite frank. I think the new Darth Jar Jar skin is out. So we're gonna have to take a look at that. Okay. Let me do my settings here. There we go. All right, welcome to Fortnite. I am She-Venom apparently right now. Let's take a look at my locker, my loadouts. Let's just be. Let's be Miguel today. Let's do Miguel. All right. Let's take a look at the item shop real quick. So I am level 19. I have played a little bit since I got on last time. I did the first week's worth of quests just to get the levels done and catch up because I got to hit level 70 by the end of the month. Let me see actually. When does this end? The 7th. So we still got some time. I'm probably gonna just play this off stream, but I'm just gonna play it kind of randomly here and there. If you guys are picking up anything real quick in the Fortnite item shop, use code ReverseJosh. I got a creator code. You can type it in and buy some dope stuff. So you can buy the battle pass, use the code, and it helps me out. Let's Let's see what we got here. Welcome to the Fortnite item shop. Before you check out all the awesome things, please keep in mind items in the item shop may look cool, but they don't give you an advantage or boost performance. Not all items are usable in all experiences. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so there's clearly a song with this, but that's the dance. And we got Jar Jar Binks here in the item shop right now. Look at that. I never really had much of a problem with Jar Jar. I kind of like him. This is today's best sellers. Let's keep scrolling. Prove your power. Oh, here we go. Oh, Darth Jar Jar is his own skin. What is this? 0 out of 320,000 XP. 0 out of 1.28 million XP. You then return to the item shop with or without requiring XP to purchase. XP earned between May 16th and June 6th counts toward the XP. I have to earn XP to be able to buy this with money? What is this? I have to gain over 1 million XP to then be able to buy each of these items. Okay, well, let's type in reverse Josh here in the item shop anyways. And I guess get cracking on some games so we can unlock the ability to purchase. Here's the regular Jar Jar Binks. I don't have to do that for him. They got Padme and Anakin in the item shop right now, which is pretty cool. Anakin's skin is pretty cool, actually. I do like the Padme one, too. Does she have styles? Oh, yeah, she does. So she's got kind of like a torn combat style and a regular. Mace Windu is here as well. I don't know if I showed this off last time, but he looks sick. Like, the likeness to Sam Jackson is pretty crazy. Anthony says you should try to find the new AI Darth Vader. That is on my list. I do want to find the new AI Darth Vader. I guess there's a Darth Vader in the game that you can talk to with voice chat when you get him. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, we got Chewbacca in the item shop. We got the Wookiee feet, shoes. Oh, Chewbacca's only 3. Oh, because I own Chewbacca. Yeah, that's right. I have the Lego pass, so I got Chewbacca last time. I forgot that I had him. So there's only $300 or 300 V-Bucks for his staff and wrap, I guess. Is the I doubt this is his glider. No. Wow, all the Star Wars skins are here. Especially all the songs there we can't listen to. That's cool. It's Taskmaster. Rest in peace. Got all the shoes here. Some more, what is this, FNCS stuff. Oh, Midas is back. Human Bill, great skin. Jam Tracks. Oh, Negan, that's cool. I haven't seen this yet. Negan from The Walking Dead in comic book form. It's here in the item shop right now with Lucille, the baseball bat. Basketball skins. Oh, spring into action. Other trucks, some cars. Snoop Dogg is back. I have Snoop on a stoop though, so I don't need him. Oh, we got the Eminem stuff back too. Slim Shady's only 1,000 for me right now because I do have Rap Boy. Cool. Serena Carpenter's here. All the battle passes and some starter packs. So cool. All right. What is this? Is this the new pack? With 600 V-Bucks. Okay, yeah, this is the new $4.99 pack. Cool. All right, let's play some games. I'm gonna turn off the freaking music. Okay, there we go. So I can actually focus on the game. Scott says, I would like to see a DC Marvel movie crossover with the DC and Marvel heroes, battle of the DC Marvel's villains, Batman and Spider-Man team up against Green Goblin and the Joker as a team. Yeah, that'd be super sick. A lot of, like, there's some of the amalgam comics that are pretty cool. Like there's a Spider-Man and Batman one where they have to team up to take down the Joker and Carnage, who have teamed up, which is a pretty fun combination. Carnage with the Joker smile would go kind of crazy. All right, it's Boba Fett. I'm liking this season with the new blasters and stuff. I'm kind of having fun with these. Billy Baggins, welcome to the stream. We're just playing some Fortnite right now. We just finished up our tier list, so we're going to play a few games of Fortnite. Try to talk to Darth Vader, and then go from there. See if we can get some quests done while we're at it. Oh, the General Grievous quests are out. Oh, earn account levels. 28 levels to get... Whoa, what is that? Okay. I don't know where to go. Alignment quests. Alright, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this base right here, maybe. Joker and Green Goblin would be a great team because they're able to get Batman and Spider-Man. There's so many similarities for them. Yeah, that's a great team up. Joker and Green Goblin. Like, they're definitely like kind of like mimics of each other between Marvel and DC. What time is it on? Billy Baggins asked, what time is it on your end right now? Just wondering. It is currently 8:30 for me. I know on the East Coast, for some of you folks, it's a little later. But yeah, I had to do a little bit of a later stream today. Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. Cool. Just a warm-up match, you know? 91st place. Good lord. It's nearly 1:30 in the afternoon over here in Melbourne, Australia. Wow, watching from all the way in Australia. That is awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Billy Baggins just got home from work. Nice. Hope it was a good day at work. I'm coming to America soon, but I don't know when exactly. Can you give me some advice about California or the East Coast? I've actually never been to California, believe it or not. Honestly, in America, where is a safe place to visit? How safe in Washington State? And how safe is the East Coast? Well, it kind of depends on what you want to do, right? Because America, like the United States of America, I don't think a lot of people realize like how big it is and how much of it there is in terms of just land mass. So, you know, it's, you kind of have to decide kind of what your vibe is, what your feel, like what you're trying to, like what kind of things you want to do, I guess, are like in the United States. Like if you want to focus on like going to the beaches, like you'd probably want to go to Florida or California. If you want to go see the mountains, you'd probably want to go to like Colorado or like Tennessee or Washington or something like that. Or if you want to go to the desert, you want to go to like Arizona, go see the Grand Canyon, things like that. Like you kind of have to, there's so much. Like just to drive like from one end of Florida to the other would take like, you know, 6-7 hours minimum. Okay, this is so ridiculous. Remember how I asked you months ago how I was looking for Bigfoot? I was wondering if the possibility you could do a live stream at the most popular Bigfoot location, the Patterson Gimlin film location. But I don't know how to do any IRL streaming, but I could potentially do a video there. Let me look this up. Oh, yes. The Patterson Gimlin film location. It's in California, but that's a possibility. For sure. What the heck is this? Alright, I'm just gonna play the game this round. I'm not actually gonna like try to do quests. Although I am gonna look at them. What are my dailies? Oh, I have weeklies. There's a different outpost, Marksman Blaster, Java Blaster. So I have 120 seconds in a named location. Travel distance in vehicles. Let's see if we can survive in Crime City. Scott, I don't know that statistic at all, to be honest with you. I'd be interested in going to Australia at some point, yeah. I don't know when, but one day. What the hell is that? Am I playing with bots right now? I think I'm playing with bots. Guess let's start getting some distance in a vehicle going. Oh, I'm in the Rocket League car. I don't want this. Ah. Whatever. What the hell? Ah. Where'd that come from? Oh, I see him. Nice. Eliminate opponents with rare or better weapons. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hold on to this. Ooh, Wookiee Bowcaster. I'll take that. Oh, this is the Jawa Blaster. Oh, this is the Marksman rifle I need. Let me grab that. Let's do this, maybe. Where should we go? Let's go to Foxy Floodgate, maybe. Just kind of stick to the middle here. Check my quest now that I have a free minute. Okay, visit different outposts, collect epic or better weapons, eliminate opponents at Vader's Samurai Solitude. 15? Damage opponents within 15 meters with the CA-87 Jawa Blaster. Eliminate opponent with the IAQA-11 Marksman Blaster. Retrieve the 4th data log entry. Don't think I can do that right now. I think I just unlocked that this time. Land at the First Order base or Vader's Samurai Solitude and eliminate players. Learn dark side abilities from training gates. Search containers at the Rebel Outpost. Spend bars, the Rebel Outpost. Okay. Now I've got kind of an idea of what my quests are. Alright, to the floodgate. Oh shit. There we go. Alright, cool. Got that kill. Okay, that might have been a bot too, though. I think I am in a bot lobby. Did I just get Grievous's fighter? Does this keep counting if I keep doing this? No, I don't think it does. Oh, lightsaber abilities over here. Let me go get that. Ooh, get the purple one. Alright, let me get my 1,000 meters in this car. Cool, there's that. Level 21. This is the strat right here. Drink a slap juice. Drink a slap juice. And then lightsaber. Dang, he ran, dude. Disappeared. Alright, whatever. I tried. I might hold on to this, actually. Should I pick up the chug jug? Let me drink one of these and I'll pick up the chug jug. $27 people left. 4 elims. Not too shabby. Into the train we go. Get this thing. Train's gonna keep us in storm for hopefully enough time to get this. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't even have the thing on my screen. I'm gonna have to get off at Brutal Boxcars. Oh, it's almost open. Maybe by the time it stops, I'll be able to get this open. Come on. Okay, cool. And it was just meds. Okay, cool. Well, let's get out of here. Whoa, the Death Star looks so cool. I didn't notice that before. That's crazy. It's so big. Holy shit. That's what she said. There's some guy over here. So I thought I just saw a guy. Maybe it was the train. Oh, wait, no. I did just see a guy. What a moron. What is this? Reveal nearby sprites. Ah. I gotta get out of here. Holy shit. I'm gonna get killed on this thing. This is such BS. I can't believe I got away from that. Holy shit. I should have pulled out the lightsaber. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Alright, 14th place. That's not too bad. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there though. Just going to do those few games of Fortnite there. That was a fun one though. Let's see. Let's switch it back. Oh, we got a lot of stuff here. Let's check that out actually real quick. If my camera would freaking focus. Come on. There we go. Not quite. Come on. Come on. I don't know what's up with this webcam. I gotta fix that autofocus on it. But we got a couple things here. We got some Lego stuff. We got Poe Dameron now from the Battle Pass. Very cool. We got his S-foil scrap axe. Very cool. There we go. Battle Ready Poe spray. New loading screen in the cantina there. Another loading screen. Battle for the Galaxy. And I think this is, yeah, so this is Grievous's little bike that he drives in episode 2, I think. So we got all these now unlocked. Very cool. I'll take a quick look at the Grievous stuff here because I didn't get to go through that. So if I earn 4 levels, I get that. 6 levels I'll get. Oh, him fighting Mace Windu. That's super cool. Oh, his staff. Cool. I mean, that's a fine one to give him, honestly, like, since I can't give him the lightsabers for whatever reason. The cape is dope. I'm so excited for this skin. Grievous is one of my favorite characters. Like, I literally bought the battle pass just for this. There we go. The forearms. That's what I wanted. What do we got? Holy shit, that looks cool. His wrap there. Oh, Grievous guitar or Grievous bass. That's insane. Holy shit. Grievous just got way cooler. Is this him before, like, before he becomes Grievous? Or is this like a Fortnite thing? Yeah, this has to be. I don't know. He's got little Grievous fighters and the droid fighters. Oh my god, look at that skin, dude. That's crazy looking. Wow. Super cool. Warlord Grievous. Yeah, wait, he's still like alive here. He just has robot arms. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to look up what this is. But yeah, as I was saying, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the stream today, you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in, hanging out with me tonight. I know it was a super late stream, but a lot of you guys still showed up, chatted, talked with us tonight, hung out. A little bit of a shorter late stream, like I said. But yeah, had a lot of fun doing this. The Spider-Man tier list is done. Thank you guys for tuning in to check that out and play some Fortnite with me. And yeah, stay tuned. May not be a stream next week. I'm not 100% sure yet, unless I can do an early one or something. I may have to take the week off tomorrow, next week, or I may stream another day. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll figure that out. But I will post on Twitter or in the community tab and let you guys know. Videos on the horizon. Be on the lookout for the JK Pokemon stuff next week. A bunch of videos are starting to drop over there. Caleb posted 2 this week, and I've got 3 that I'm posting next week over there. So stay tuned for those. And yeah, use code ReverseJosh in the Fortnite item shop if you guys haven't already. Pick up some cool stuff with that. And I think that's all my ads. So I'm going to stop yapping. Thanks for chatting. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.